Welcome in the AI Cafe today. Our guest is Sergio Gusmeroli. And with me, I'm Carl McWilliams, with me is Emma, also working for Grassroots. We are the moderators and organizers of this cafe. This talk today is about AI Cafe presents AI data spaces and digital product passports, the new technological challenges for circular manufacturing. I welcome everybody coming into the cafe. The rules, as always, I have to say in the beginning, as this session is recorded, no confidential information shall be shared in this cafe session. In this cafe, the speakers express their personal view and opinions. This is not necessarily the official AI for Media project opinion. So, and as everybody knows, this web cafe already exists a long time. So we are doing this since 2019. And it's a forum to get insight into the European AI scene, share knowledge, and meet stakeholders from various areas of AI research and applications. And it's interactive, so I welcome all the participants here. We don't see you, we don't hear you. This is more like a web broadcast, but you can send us your questions. Please do it, because after the presentation of Sergio, we will read your questions and hopefully Sergio can answer them. So please send them anytime you have a question. I and Emma will receive them. There's on this control panel on your screen, you see questions, and chat, you can just send there, just type in your questions. Next, I introduce now Sergio, because we are very proud to have you here. Sergio Gusmeroli is a research coordinator at Politecnico di Milano in Italy. Born in Sondrio, Italy in 1961, he finalized his education at Politecnico di Milano in 1986. After several experiences in different branches of the ICT domain, in June 2000, he was appointed director and operating manager of the International Research and Innovation Unit of TXT eSolution, an IT company leader in EU for supply chain management solution. In TXT, he coordinated diverse FP7 EC funded projects in the ICT for manufacturing domain. COIN, MSEE, TELLME, FITMAN, OSMOSE. Since 2015, Sergio is research coordinator for Politecnico di Milano and has been coordinating H2020 Factories of the Future PSYMBIOSYS, BEINCPPS and AI REGIO project. Since July 2022, he's the technical coordinator of the Circular Twain Horizon Europe project about AI for circular and sustainable manufacturing. He's author of more than 30 publications, papers in Italian and international magazines and conferences. His main areas of competence and experience include AI for manufacturing, Internet of Things, enterprise interoperability, digital innovation hubs. So this is a very impressive CV, and that's why we are so proud to have you here today. I will now hand you the moderator role, Sergio, and then the stage is yours. We are always there if you need us, but now we will make you the moderator. So you are. Now you could try to share your presentation. Yes, we see it already. It's not full screen. Yes, perfect.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you to Carmen, Emma, and AI for Media project for inviting me here. I'm Sergio Gusmeroli, as Carmen kindly introduced me. And I think it is important that now I'm a research coordinator at Politecnico di Milano, but I have a past in industry. And so from the industry experience, now in 2015, I joined Politecnico di Milano especially EC funded research and innovation projects. what I'm going to tell you today is a presentation which has two main parts. The first part is an overview of AI for manufacturing industry, and I will present you some current initiatives which could help you to have a better knowledge of what AI could represent for the manufacturing industry. My viewpoint will be mostly the viewpoint of the users and not the viewpoint of the providers of solutions. And after that, I will focus more on one specific project, which is called the Circular Train, where I'm the technical coordinator of. And this is the focus of this presentation about the role of AI data spaces in the development of digital product passport for circular manufacturing. And we are going to start with the overview of AI for manufacturing. And I started with a cluster of projects which is called AI for manufacturing. This cluster of projects is in the EFRA innovation portal, and EFRA is the European Factories of the Future Research Association, which was managing factories of the future in Horizon 2020, and now in Horizon Europe. It is managing the Made in Europe partnership. I'm sorry, but I have some problems here. Okay. And this is a cluster of projects, is a cluster of research and innovation actions. And so these are the most advanced solutions, AI solutions for the manufacturing industry, where manufacturing is meeting artificial intelligence. You could see several projects, and every of these projects has a specific focus. For instance, we have Koala, which is about digital assistant, Mass4I, which is about multi-agent system, STAR, which is about trustworthy AI for manufacturing, Teaming AI is about human AI collaboration, and XMANI is about explainable AI. And you could have a look at these projects in order to understand how rich could be AI for manufacturing and for manufacturing industry. Another initiative that I wish to suggest you is IMNet, which is a network not of projects but of organizations which are working in innovation, research and innovation actions for AI for manufacturing. And we have produced a white paper, and I suggest you to download it. We are organizing some symposia, and especially this community is quite closely related to the ManuFuture ETP, the European Technology Platform for the future of the manufacturing industry. And this is another interesting community, and that I suggest you to visit in order really to have the feeling of what AI could produce for the manufacturing industry. As I said, this is not a cluster of projects. This is a community of research and innovation and companies. And you see also Politecnico di Milano in this community. And again, this is another community which is developing AI for manufacturing stuff. Then I think many of you already heard about the AI on demand platform. The AI on demand platform is the major initiative of European Commission about AI, not just AI for manufacturing. As you could see from here, a new website will be coming soon. And but what I wish to convey you is that we really need to have a manufacturing industry quite important in this community, and especially in the AI catalog. And if you put here the manufacturing word, you have here some assets which are developed by many projects. One of them is AI REGIO. I was the coordinator of. And the invitation here is, of course, if you have any AI asset which you wish to share with a larger community, please do not hesitate to contact me or to contact the AI on Demand platform, so that you will gain a lot of visibility at European level of your asset. This was mostly from the development side. From the user side, we had in Horizon 2020 an important initiative, which is I4MS, ICT Innovation for Manufacturing SME. In the phase 4 of I4MS, some projects about AI for manufacturing has been funded. One of them is Kit for SME, and another project is AI REGIO, which is a project that just concluded at the end of September. I was the coordinator of, and I will come back to it quite in a short time. How can manufacturing SMEs be accompanied through a AI-driven digital transformation? And this is the major point of the whole I4MS. And in this pathway towards a digital transformation of manufacturing SMEs, digital innovation hubs and European digital innovation hubs are playing a very important role. A role of mediators between the users of the technology and the providers of the technology. And another important dimension of the digital innovation hub is the regional dimension. And think globally but act locally. And this is the major aim of digital innovation hubs. In the AI region, we have developed this platform, which is called the IH for Industry, where we put all the IHs with a smart specialization in industry. And we have a community of more than 100 digital innovation hubs, and you could multiply it by 1 order of magnitude and also 2 orders of magnitude to see how many SMEs you could reach through the digital innovation hub. And we have developed this model, which is called the BEST, in order to have a service portfolio analysis, that is, which are the services that the digital innovation hubs are providing to the SME. And D means data services, B means business services, E ecosystem, and S skills, and T technology or test before invest. You could recognize in the BEST acronym the 4 main pillars of the European digital innovation hubs. And this is, in fact, an extension of the digital innovation hubs. We have different categories, and if you visit the artificial intelligence digital innovation hubs, you could find which are the digital innovation hubs, 36 in this case, which expressed their interest in providing services related to AI for manufacturing. And here you can see the map of the service providers, and you could see also which are the services that these digital innovation hubs are providing to the company. You see that we have a new category, which is L, legal and regulatory and ethics services, and we are developing these kind of services. And so if you have good assets and good knowledge about ethics for manufacturing, for AI in manufacturing, please feel free to contact me, and we will put these services in this portal. And this portal, you could find also cross-DIH collaboration, and so cross-regional collaboration. This is very, very important, because you could find other DIHs which offer complementary services, and the DIHs with which you could build synergies regarding providing services. As I said, the AI REGIO project was the major initiative that supported DIH for Industry and I4MS. I was the coordinator of the project. The project just finished at the end of last month, and we had our final event in Brussels. Why is important AI REGIO for AI for manufacturing? Because we brought the voice of regions, and in particular vanguard regions, which are more than 30 European regions, leaders in innovation. We brought the voice of the digital innovation hubs, where we have, as you have seen, 36 now digital innovation hubs specialized in manufacturing. We are also creating connections and links with ADRA. ADRA is the partnership about AI data and robotics. And by the way, there will be an important event in Versailles at the beginning of November of the AI Data and Robotics Forum. And then you have I4MS. What is important to say is that through the Digital Innovation Hub, you could really multiply your impact to the manufacturing industry. And here you have the numbers of digital innovation hubs and European digital innovation hubs, which expressed their interest in AI technology. As I said, we are building this methodology of a service portfolio analysis, where each digital innovation hub could provide AI-related services to their SME constituency regarding data, business, ecosystem, skills, and technologies. You will see the remotization afterwards and the collaboration between the different didactic factories. And this is the ecosystem of AI REGIO experiments. And I don't know if you already heard about it, but this has been achieved thanks also to the mechanism of financial support to third parties, the so-called open calls. How to measure the impact of AI in the manufacturing industry? We have developed this methodology, which is analyzing how AI could affect your product, your process, your platform, your people, your partnership, your performance. That's why we call it the 6P. And we are making an analysis of several pilots. In this case, we have the 17 pilots in AI REGIO, which is showing the as-is in blue and to be in orange situation, before the project and after the project. And you will see how AI has affected your 6 dimensions. And this is one of the major results of AI REGIO. And then we have I4MS2 in Horizon Europe. In Horizon Europe, we have also another project which is called AIRise.eu, and we have open calls as well. And we have AI REGIO 5.0, which is the project I'm coordinating now. And it is AI at the edge with an Industry 5.0 perspective. And what does it mean? It means that, first of all, we have to analyze the edge to cloud continuum. And so the point is how AI could be deployed at the edge or also embedded in the manufacturing plants. And we are in close contact with this cluster of projects, which is developing solutions for the edge to cloud continuum. We continue our analysis for digital innovation hubs, and especially those digital innovation hubs which are supporting AI at the edge, and Industry 5.0. We are looking for new experiments, and these new experiments are called TERESA experiments. And the TERESA experiments means technology and regulatory sandboxes experiments, where we could find really experimental facilities to test and experiment the WISE aspect of a workspace. WISE meaning well-being, inclusiveness, safety, and ergonomics. And so we are going to develop specific methods and tools in order to measure how a workspace, a human AI workspace in manufacturing is respecting the well-being, the inclusiveness, the safety, and the ergonomics of the workers. We are also very well in contact with the data spaces and the European Digital Innovation Hubs, and with the Manufacturing X architecture. Manufacturing X is the new movement born in Germany about as an evolution of Gaia X and Catena X, so the digital sovereignty platform. As I said, we are also organizing networks of didactic factories, and this network of didactic factories are going to exchange data, models, simulations, and also to perform remote teleoperation of assets from one didactic factory to another didactic factory. And this is enabled by AI. Then the point is I concluded the first part, and so the first part was an overview of which projects addressed AI for manufacturing. And you have seen communities, you have seen projects, and you could have several opportunities to collaborate with us. And please feel free to contact me, either if you are a technology provider or a technology user or a digital innovation hub, and you want to be inserted in this ecosystem and in these communities. And as I said, there is also the mechanism of financial support to third parties, which could help you and which could give you more, also some financial means in order to conduct your research and innovation activities and experiments. In Horizon Europe, there was a call, a topic about AI for agile sustainable manufacturing. And this is the focus of my presentation, because I'm going to present basically the Circular Train project. These projects are more or less halfway, and so we will present results in a few months, but at the moment we are presenting basically cases and experiments. By the way, we will be present in the EBDVF event in Valencia in 2 weeks, European Big Data Value Forum in Valencia, and we have organized a slot for these 3 projects which belong to this cluster of AI for manufacturing innovation actions. So these projects are innovation actions. The first of them is ideas, and the ideas is mostly focusing on digital product passport for machinery and for industrial equipment. They are going to develop 4 main platforms following the life cycle of a machinery: design suite, manufacturing suite, maintenance and use suite, and circular suite, repair, reuse, and recycle. We have here 4 main use cases in different domains of machinery, like cutting machines, molding machines, and inspection machines. If you want to get in touch with this project, please, you can contact me, or you can contact CERT ET in Greece, who is coordinating this project. The second project is SX AIPI, and it is coordinated by Cardiff Research Center in Spain. And the aim here is to use AI for autonomic computing. And so to go through monitor, analyze, plan, and execute phases in a quite autonomous level with the human in the loop. And in this project, we have 4 use cases which are from the process industry. And this is very important that we create really here in this project bridge between discrete manufacturing, as you have seen, ideas is about machinery, and the process industry. And in particular, we have quality control, quality inspection in the steel use case. We have circularity in the asphalt value chain, and we have optimization of the process in the pharmaceutical case, and we have again circular manufacturing in aluminium. Again, you could contact me, or you could contact Cardiff people who is managing this project. Now I'm coming to the focus of this webinar today, which is to present Circular Twain, which is the 3rd project in this AI for manufacturing cluster of innovation actions, and I'm the technical coordinator of this project. It's a project we started July last year for 3 years. And this is the consortium. The project is coordinated by engineering informatica, and as I said, the Politecnico di Milano is the technical coordinator. Which is the main message of Circular Twain? Is to use AI systems, AI applications, in order to support sustainable, eco-friendly, and circular production. And in order to do that, we put together, first of all, a circular data space, and you will see in a few slides what we mean by a circular data space. And on top of it, we have different digital twins which are related to the production phases, digital twins which are related to the product in itself, and digital twins which are related to the humans, especially workers, which are included in this circular value chains. And AI is an enabler of these digital twins. So these digital twins include AI algorithms, AI tools, and you will see an example in a few minutes, in order to perform their task. And basically, the main outcomes of the project are, first of all, a data sharing space between the different stakeholders and the different actors in a circular value chain. And in this perspective, the digital product passport is something that needs to be integrated with existing data spaces. For instance, the existing data spaces of car makers, or the existing data spaces of PC providers, or petrochemical data spaces. The second is that the collaboration between digital twins of product, digital twins of production, and digital twins of humans should be done under the paradigm of collaborative AI, train, explain, sustain. And so to find the way of digital twins to speak with humans, and also to elaborate simulation. As I said, in the project, we have 3 main cases. One which is about the batteries, and I will focus a bit on it because it is located in Milano, in Italy. And then we have something about electronics and PC boards in particular. And then we have a third case about petrochemical pilot, about CO2 recycling. And but what is for us a circular data space? I will bring the example of one domain of the battery domain. I believe that we all know the life cycle of a product. So we start from the design phase, and then the manufacturing with the supply of the components. Then we have the use and the operation, the maintenance, and then the end of life of a product. This is quite linear usually. And the point is when you are going to implement the arrows which are implementing circular loops. And you have circular value chain stakeholders which need to share data in order to allow this retrofit, this retrofitting arrows and implementing the circular loops. We are in effect integrating different economic operators and different actors in the manufacturing data space through the technology of the data spaces, of the circular, of the digital twins, and AI-enabled circular twins. In particular, for the battery pilot, we are developing in Italy through Cobalt, Reimann, and Politecnico di Milano some innovative AI tools to implement these 5 main use cases. First of all is a machine vision use case and collaborative robotics for the disassembly of the lithium-ion battery packs. Second is a tool, a machine learning tool to automate the disassembly of the single modules. Then another AI tool to assess which is the state of health of the battery. And then number 4, AI tools for the mechanical recycling or support of the mechanical recycling of the batteries. And then we have a decision support system, AI-based, for the market orientation and new business models in the battery domain. What is the main challenge that we have to address? You see here the linear life cycle of a battery, that is from extracting raw materials and critical raw materials in particular, the components manufacturing, the assembly of the battery, distribution, product usage, and then the disposal. We have new stakeholders which are now joining this existing value chain. And the new actors are, for instance, those who are collecting and sorting the batteries coming, for instance, from the landfill, those who are disassembly the battery, and you have seen the AI tools that we are developing in the project in order to disassemble a pack of battery, and then those who are recycling the materials. And this is the main challenge of the project. And so the main challenge of the project is that we have a consolidated value chain, like the car makers value chain in gray, and we have to integrate these new actors in this consolidated value chain. And one of the most important aspect of this integration is the generation of digital product passport. That is, a digital product passport for batteries is a subject of some normative and regulations which will come into force in the next years. And of course, manufacturers of batteries would need to have some data which are describing their product, the so-called digital product passport. But in the case of remanufacture, of course, the remanufactured battery should be put into the market with a new DPP, with a new digital product passport, but the original stakeholder must be informed and integrated in it. And the same when we are going to use recycled materials coming from a recycled battery in a new component manufacturing. And these flows need to be modeled and executed by respecting the so-called data sovereignty principle. And so the fact that you have data providers and data consumers, and the right of the data providers to have full control on the assets and the usage of the data that they produce by the consumers. And we have also something which is complicating things in the DPP. That is, we have mandatory and optional data, static data, dynamic data, if the operation are pull or push. And this is also very relevant because we have also certification authorities, governmental agencies, governmental authorities, which are going to check and control the value chain. And so the gray B2B typical value chain need to be integrated with, first of all, some governmental certification authorities, and then also the final consumers. And so in this case, we speak about X2G and X2C workflows, which should be enabled by the data space. For instance, I can get data from a single instance of a battery through interrogation of a single identification of the product. But the single identification of the product through, for instance, a knowledge graph could put me in connection with the whole life cycle of the product, including the red stakeholders. And so I need to know which is the origin, the certification of origin of virgin batteries, but also of batteries which have been remanufactured, and by whom and according to which criteria. And I need to have some sort of certification of the remaining useful time of the battery and the efficiency of the battery, if I use it, for instance, for mobile application, or if I use it for stationary applications. And this needs to be done by a series of workflows, of collaborative workflows, which need to be based on data shared, and data sharing according to data sovereignty and IDSA, International Data Spaces Association principles. And this is what the project Circular Train is going to do. And I thank you so much for your attention, and waiting for your answers. So my presentation was in two parts. First part, AI for manufacturing, how you can contribute to it. And the second part was a specific application for AI data spaces for digital product passport and circular manufacturing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sergio. This was really interesting. So now I ask the participants, the audience, to ask questions. Please send it to us. I will start, Emma also, and please send it to us so we can read them to Sergio. So after we heard everything what's going on, what are your next plans? Your next project?
Aha. This is a secret. No, it's not a secret. We are quite an open community, an open ecosystem. And so, first of all, you can collaborate with existing projects through the mechanism of the open calls or financial support to third parties. And this is encouraging, especially in for the SMEs and who don't have maybe too much experience in joining these complex projects. And so the first mechanism is already inserted in the current project. The second mechanism is to join some of the communities I mentioned, and so the community of AI for manufacturing, of AIMnet, in order to be involved in these communities. And in these communities, you know that new ideas are circulating, new also, if you want, project proposals are manufactured, and so it is important, if you attend this community, that this is maybe the environment where new successful proposals and new successful projects have been built. In particular, regarding these thematics of AI for manufacturing, we have Made in Europe and the call of 2024. And we had 2 weeks ago in Brussels the Manufacturing Day, which was the day dedicated to the projects in Made in Europe partnership. Made in Europe partnership is the user side of the AI for manufacturing coin. The technology side is what I called ADRA partnership, so the AI, data, and robotics part. And merging together is something that could really develop interesting applications. In Made in Europe, the deadline is February the 7th, and we have 2 topics which are quite well connected to AI for manufacturing. The first is about manufacturing as a service, and the point is how AI could improve the development of on-demand value chain in the manufacturing sector. Joining together production capability, logistics, and the competitiveness of the European industry. The second topic is about circularity and circular manufacturing, and here as well AI could play a very important role in developing, as we are doing in Circular Twin, this integration of data spaces, digital twins, and AI for circular manufacturing. And these are the 2 topics in the manufacturing domain. In the data domain, however, we have some cross-sector actions. One topic is the Data 0103, which is about edge to cloud continuum, and this is also very relevant to AI at the edge and embedded AI in manufacturing. In any case, my suggestion is to be involved in the clusters, in the associations that I mentioned, but if you want to drop me a line, feel free to do it, no problem.
Okay, Emma, I would like to first get this Timan. He has questions, and then you. So because it's nice that we also have now an audience member. So Timan, he asked, DPPS, so the digital passports, provide information about the product, but not about the process. Many challenges, thus also digital collaboration, interoperability are about this process. Now the question, is the DPP the correct instrument, question mark, since its goal is transparency, not necessarily collaboration?
I think you are fully right. And that's why in the Circular Twin project, we are finding the way to create interoperability between the DPP and the B2B collaboration in a value chain. These are usually 2 different beasts, if you want, or animals. And at the moment, they are quite managed in silos. And so we have a lot of initiatives regarding the manufacturing value chain, the data spaces, the processes, and the digital twins of processes. And on the other side, we have the DPP with a strong focus on traceability and certification of origin, and also consumer services. this needs to be interoperated. I'm not saying integrated because they are born from two different missions, from two different objectives, but the point is that we cannot have them in silos and have them completely separated. From my point of view, you are right. And so, first of all, we need the data spaces for manufacturing, integrating B2B, the value chain of the different stakeholders. On top of it, one of the possible applications are DPPs, but other applications could be, for instance, health monitoring and predictive maintenance, quality control, energy management, waste management, optimization, planning, and all this stuff. So, but my origin is mostly from the manufacturing side, not the DPP side. And so maybe I'm a bit biased towards them. Anyway, I fully agree with the opinion of the audience, and I would not overemphasize the DPP. And although the DPP is opening a completely new landscape for our B2B scenarios, which is the landscape of consumers, of final consumers, and the landscape of governmental organizations like customs, certification authorities, which are going to guarantee and certify the origin, for instance, of our product. So I vote for data spaces for B2B in manufacturing, but also DPP is a very interesting perspective.
Thank you. I'm now Emma. You may have a other question.
Yeah, my first question is, what excites you in global AI research in the moment the most?
So there are, in my opinion, AI is a tool, is a means, and not the end. But I'm quite curious to understand the role of generative AI in manufacturing. This is something that we couldn't address in the current projects, and maybe we are going to do it in the next projects. I know that in ManuFuture, which is the European technology platform for manufacturing, they are creating a working group about generative AI for manufacturing applications. And this could be, in my opinion, the next frontier of AI for manufacturing, beyond the generation of projects that I talked in my speech. And this could be really the challenge of the future, in my opinion, of AI for manufacturing. The second is human AI interaction, and especially in the factory and the human factors, how to consider the human factors when interacting with AI. And here you have, of course, collaborative intelligence. I spoke a bit during my speech about train, explain, sustain. And so it is not just training the AI, but the AI should be explainable. And then you should sustain in the sense that the decisions should be taken jointly by the AI system and the human. And we have several projects. Teaming AI is one of these projects. It is a RIA, again, it is a research and innovation action, and so it is a TRL quite low, but I believe that this should be could be improved, and the TRL of these human AI interaction tools should be improved. Also, in a perspective of Teresa. Perspective of Teresa means technology and regulatory sandboxes, and how to consider well-being, inclusiveness, safety, and ergonomics of the workers. And so human AI could really help, for instance, the introduction of mentally or physically impaired people in the factory, in the plant. And this is something that we are working a lot in the competence center of Politecnico di Milano, which is here in Milano. It's called MAID. And we are really organizing some experiments where we are going to involve mentally or physically impaired people in order to create inclusiveness, and AI could really give a decisive hand for those people who want to join in the manufacturing sector.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going back to Tjerk. He's very busy asking us. He's our audience member here. Thank you. How do the companies respond to a potential increase of third-party external dependence on AI? Since in-house development is often too difficult, do we have serious EU players in this domain? Question.
This is another very, very good question. And again, I'm a bit biased also in answering this question, because, you know, I'm one of the supporters of the digital innovation hubs. And in my opinion, we need some mediators. We need some mediators between the technology providers and the technology users. And we need some mediators between think globally and act locally, also at the European level. And the role of Digital Innovation Hub is fundamental in this perspective as honest brokers. And so they could make technology scouting, technology selection, and they could help SMEs and manufacturing companies to select the best solution. If digital innovation hubs are connected with the AI on-demand platform, with other marketplaces of AI solutions, there are several marketplaces coming from European projects, then we could also guarantee that those solutions are not just effective and efficient, but also open, interoperable, and standard-based. And so we could have a real exploitation of genuinely European solutions in the Europe SME landscape. But we cannot leave SMEs alone, and so an SME cannot assess alone a marketplace and select the best AI solution they need. And so they need a guidance, they need intermediaries, and in my opinion, digital innovation hubs are the right entities which could really fill this gap. And then of course, AI on-demand platform and other platforms which could include several genuinely European solutions for AI, and this is an added value. The point is how to put in contact the users of AI with the providers of AI. Yes. And again, AI on the digital innovation hubs are playing a major role in this. Also for large enterprises, it is not just for SME.
Yes. So maybe Emma, with your next question.
Yeah, my next question is, how you think we can get more students, startups, and SMEs involved in studying and developing artificial intelligence?
Yes, good. Okay.
How to get more people activated?
Okay. In the deepest methodology that I presented, and so the 5 colors: data, business, ecosystem, skills, and technology, there is a second step which is called customer journeys. And in a customer journey, you juxtapose services in a pathway, and you have customer journeys for startups, customer journeys for students, customer journeys for SMEs, for large enterprises, for experimenters, for technology providers, for technology users. And so I believe that in this project, we are not specifically addressing startups and students and how to make them more literate regarding AI for manufacturing. But we are providing the tools, we are providing the fishing rod and not the fish, indeed. Anyway, Politecnico di Milano, not myself, but in other projects, of course, we have a very strong attention to startups. We have the PolyHub, students, of course. My department is mostly focusing on the demand side, on the user side. However, there are other departments which are mostly pushing innovators, startups, and the students to develop new AI solutions. My invitation is to come to the MADE Competence Center, which is our testing experimentation facility, to test and experiment in real life the AI solutions. Also, thanks to some European projects, I didn't mention the AI TEF. The AI TEF are testing experimentation facilities in Digital Europe program, and there are 4 of these TEFs: agri-food, smart city, healthcare, and manufacturing. And in the manufacturing domain, I'm one of the leader of the Italian node of this project. And so the invitation to students and startups is hands-on. So please do as soon as possible a real-world verification and validation of your assets in a testing and experimentation facility. And there are projects, there are funds available in order to do that. And so don't be afraid of the financial sustainability of it.
I just throw in, it's maybe because here are 2 female and 1 male in this cafe in the videos. I just came from the University of Pisa, from Italy, from my professor Laura Ricci. She's a computer science my age professor, and she said, I always thought it would change, but again the bachelor masters were given to 95% male students and 5% female students. It didn't change. It does not change. So here it comes this special question: how can we make AI even attractive for male and female students? And they had this trick now that they in Pisa, it's in Italy, I just was there a few days ago, that they combine it with humanities. And as soon as AI and humanities, the female students register, it's non-understandable, but or it's with house, or I'm now in a project which I'm running with a small group. We are having it with dance. So that is automatically goes to the other side, AI for dancing, and it attracts a lot of female students to test it, to make their masters and PhDs on it. So I know manufacturing is maybe not this kind of thing, but what I'm saying, actually, what Emma, I think, was also trying to say is that we have to attract people from other disciplines, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female or or whatever, that it's actually very coming into our daily life, no? And we can use it nearly for anything to help us, no? There are support tools in any kind of area. So I think this is makes it a little bit understandable, because if it's too much on one side, it's again a very special group. But I think AI comes now through ChatGPT, through everything in our daily life, no? And we can use it. So I'm now, with my nice little talk, I'm giving now the bye-bye. I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. It's turning 3 o'clock. This was a very interesting AI Café. Sergio started the season. We're gonna have 9 more coming this fall. And please don't be shy. Also apply as a speaker, because in the spring they're looking for new speakers. And come back to this cafe. There will be a recording and I will send it to Sergio. He will decide if it can be published. If yes, you find it on the different areas, like on AI for Media website. You can find it in YouTube. You can just type AI Café and you get. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Sergio. Thank you, everybody. And some questions are not, had no time. So I hope you are fine. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.